Worst aiming ever? But you wanna know what? I miss this game a lot. Been a while since I actually played this. I'm actually coming from the consoles, really. This used to be like one of the games that I always like rotate around to. Of course, I had like my own group of games. It would be like Halo 3 or Halo Reach, Halo Wars, and Battlefield 4. I don't know, there was just always something about Battlefield 4 that just kept on drawing me back to it. Whether it was the gorgeous graphics, even for consoles, this is a beautiful game, and even looking at it on the PC, it's still beautiful. Actually, when I ended up switching from the console to the PC, it would be on my Alienware laptop. Now, I know you guys just got frustrated because it took me a while to actually shoot that guy. I'm not really confident in my recoil, like controlling the recoil in this game. I know I control a lot of the recoil in IRONSIGHT, but I don't know, it's just in this game it's a different feel. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. But just what I ended up talking about, just my overall feelings of at least this game, what I love about it the most and what I miss about it, and the things I kind of wish that first-person shooters would kind of go into, at least first-person shooters of this type, because of course IRONSIGHT is a different kind of shooter than this. Much like Battlefield is a different game than Call of Duty. But I don't know, it's just the overall graphics and the feel of this game is just something that I just can't get from Battlefield 1. I don't really know how to explain it. That's why I kind of don't want to say and just lure people off. But I don't know, I just really do love this game. And of course, like I said before, I was gaming on my Alienware laptop, and one of the things that I kind of always felt restricted, because of course this is a powerful laptop and no shame on Alienware whatsoever. That was the best investment that I've ever made, getting that Alienware laptop. I just couldn't handle a few games on ultra settings, and of course, like, yes, high settings, there's nothing wrong with high settings, normal settings or anything, as sometimes in some games I prefer low settings. But I don't know, it was just with me actually having this desktop, this much more powerful desktop, and I built this desktop. I forgot the specs on this. Eventually one day I'll end up posting the specs of it, but I ended up building this desktop a few years ago, and I just always ignored it. I don't know why. It's just because I had the laptop and it was already set to go. I just always stuck with that, and I just never bothered to patch up my desktop and actually get this thing up and running. And the only thing I needed really was a monitor. That's about it. And I did eventually get one. It's a somewhere around like 1300 by 700. I gotta find a 1920 by 1080, or heck, even try 4K. I would love to definitely try out 4K. But this desktop is much more stronger, and I'm actually running Battlefield 4, like with this footage right now, I'm actually running this in full-on ultra. And it's just the frame rate and everything that I was getting into, this was really, I was happy to see it. I was really surprised that this was actually even running on ultra settings. This did not feel like ultra settings. This really didn't. But it was on ultra settings. I was getting like excellent performance, and I don't know if this is just like a thing with all the other Battlefield games, because again, I'm still new to PC, and this could be like, it could be the exact same performance when it comes to Battlefield 1, but I don't know. It's just, it blew me away that I was playing like on this graphics quality with this much frame rate. Like, I was loving this. I don't know how many frames I was getting. It had to be at least, like, I know it definitely was well over 30 frames, which is what I was used to when I was playing on the console. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like, Halo 3 was 30 frames, and I'll be honest, I still loved it. I barely even noticed it, but I did feel the difference when the Master Chief Collection came out, and then you can experience Halo 3 with 60 FPS. You definitely felt the difference. Like, it felt really awkward to actually play that game on 60 FPS, but it's good. I just love this game. The overall, like, gameplay, the graphics, the feeling of war, like an open, I don't know, like an open battlefield. And of course I do have Arma 3, and I do play Arma 3 like a few times, DayZ a lot, but I don't know, it's just, I feel like Arma 3 is much more hardcore. And again, like, nothing wrong with that. Of course, I only play Arma 3 like for DayZ. I did play King of the Hill a few times, but I don't know, it's just, I wanted to be much more simplistic. So I think that's why I missed about Battlefield 4. Now, I'm actually playing on the demo version, like my trial. They gave me like a free week. That's what EA does. I'm still new to like Origins and everything, but yeah, I ended up noticing that they give you like a free week to try out Battlefield 4, so that just put the biggest smile on my face. I'm definitely going to end up getting this game. I'm definitely getting this game again, and what is it, getting all the DLC and everything for it, because I really do miss this game. And I would love to play it again on ultra settings. Okay, this C4 kill is going to be absolute bogus. 3 C4, only disable the vehicle. That was BS. I know I like looking back at the footage, I tagged the pole right beside it, but I don't know, I thought the 3 explosions, at least from that range, I eventually did destroy the vehicle, but still, should have been destroyed that moment. But I was actually getting back to the Battlefield, like getting Battlefield 4. I don't know, I just really miss this game. Like, this is a game that it wasn't really my childhood. Like, Halo was my childhood. I'd say Battlefield was more of like my high teens. It was when I played this thing almost like religiously. I didn't like milk it hard. Like, I didn't play this game hardcore, kind of like how I'm playing IRONSIGHT right now, but it's just something about it. Something about it that just always keeps on bringing me back into this game. Even like looking back at the footage, like I was playing the game like oozing over the graphics, and even like watching the footage right now, again, I'm still oozing over the graphics. Thing that I definitely would do is like, as far as like, I know some people like have a difficulty kind of saving up to get like a nice rig or something like that. I'd say build your desktop over time. It took me a few months to actually get this desktop built, and of course I followed tutorials that I ended up seeing online. I tried to put the desktop together as best as I possibly could. Eventually I made like one small error, and after that I kind of felt like too nervous, like no, I already spent too much money on all these parts. That's why I just ended up taking the parts to a computer shop, my local computer shop, and they ended up putting it together, which they did an absolute phenomenal job. I might end up upgrading my desktop like later on. I don't know when I'm probably gonna end up trying the new Far Cry 5. I definitely want to play the new Far Cry 5, and I want to see exactly how my rig does on that. I think the only thing that I'm underpowered with that I ended up seeing was the processor, and my graphics card is slightly down, so I'm not going to be able to render that thing in ultra settings, high settings, but I'm still going to definitely try it out. I'm still going to try ultra settings to see exactly how my rig handles it, but I definitely want to try out Far Cry 5. I want to see like the full extent of it. Of course, like graphics aren't everything, but to me it's a nice refreshment. Like back when I first got my Alienware laptop, one of the first things I did was download Crysis 1 and Crysis 2, crank it up to Ultra just to see how the game looked, and it's just, I don't know. It is just absolutely beautiful. I guess as long as I'm talking about my preferences, like specifically, I like beautiful games. Like, don't get me wrong, I am a sucker for low poly games. Like, if your theme is like low poly, low detailed or something like that, I am a sucker for that. Like, I love it. Like, I think this game by Bethesda, I think it's called Ylands or Islands or something like that. I may end up like uploading like some footage in the background just to show you guys what the game looks like. But that game, it's, to me personally, that's a beautiful game. Like, that is a stylized, it's beautiful in its own style. Now here you're gonna see me actually attempt to fly a helicopter and fail horribly. I do know how to fly a chopper pretty well, not like one of those pro pilots in Arma 3, but I gotta end up rebinding my helicopter controls. See, I was using shift spacebar like similar to Arma 3 to go up. Then I realized shift spacebar does not work, so I gotta definitely end up rebinding my controls when it comes to that. But I eventually ended up getting into an LAV. I was aiming for the tank, but you're gonna see right now, this guy already got it. So it's a little salty about that. A little salty. And he ended up realizing it too. Realized I was going for that tank. But we actually went on a pretty good kill streak in this one. Like, we held down the point that we were going to. I think we were heading towards D, I think. The commander did not know what he was doing. He wanted us to defend A, but the enemy rarely targeted A. Basically, the main battle was at D and E towards their spawn. We were getting wrecked when I joined this game. You didn't see like the early footage that I actually put up before this whole thing, because I was trying to test out to see exactly how Shadowplay would record this. But when I joined this game, they were getting absolutely wrecked. We were stuck on A, and one of the things I did was actually just flank. Now you're gonna see me maneuver around here and make a tactical turn straight into a wall. I don't even know where I was. There's the wall. There's the wall. Seen him repairing, tried to catch him. I did eventually end up disabling the vehicle. Tanks flanking from the right, so I decided, alright, let me take the far side. Take that vehicle out first since that was the biggest threat. Didn't want them going to that. But we held down this point pretty good. And I don't know, it's just like these moments here is what I love about Battlefield the most. Now, this is an old game. I already know that. This is an old game, and people have probably already had, like, much better memories of this. But this is just, like, of course, me speaking from my personal preference. I love this game a lot. I really love this game. There's, like, a few games that I really hold, like, dear to me. Like, I really hold these games close to my heart. And Battlefield 4 is definitely one of them now. I thought this helicopter was going to come right back and then take a shot at him, because the game before it, a helicopter flew too low and I managed to catch him, like the pilot, with a tank round. I thought someone was over here, and it turns out I was right. Don't know what he was trying to do, like kamikaze RPG himself. I would end up giving you guys tips on a few tactics, but this game's been out long enough to know exactly, people already know how to play. I barely have any attachments now. There was a squad of RPG guys just right in that room over there, and they were primarily focusing on the tank. While they were doing, I was trying to take some heat off of him. Seeing a guy over there, but couldn't get him. Eventually ended up getting his friend that spawned in. Yeah, it was just RPGs non-stop. They eventually flanked left, to the far left, right when I was reloading, I think. Not at that moment. Yeah, I was trying to catch him. Hit him with a direct shell. Made him stop. I think I tried to hop out here. I don't remember what oh, yep, there it is. Try to get him. Terrible aiming. Terrible aiming. But I just want to have this small little discussion with you guys. Just to... I know it's going to feel awkward. I'm posting Battlefield 4 footage like I normally post IRONSIGHT footage. And I'm definitely going to continue to post IRONSIGHT footage. I just ended up trying this game out for a few days and I've been loving it. And it just brought back some memories for me. Brought back a lot of good memories. I definitely got to unlock some new snipers. And I definitely got to get better at it. I'm a much better sniper in this game than I am in IRONSIGHT. That's for a fact. I have no idea what this pilot is doing, but... I don't know. It's just like taking it all back in. It's like a taste of nostalgia. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just pure nostalgia. Pure nostalgia. I miss this game so much, and this is bringing back so many fun memories. Attaching C4 to a quad bike, driving it up to a tank, driving right off a cliff, jumping out with a few friends and just detonating it. I remember joining a lobby in that. This is in BF3, like those two things that ended up happening. But the second one, I was actually in BF3, and just me and a squad of tank guys, we were destroying them, destroying the enemy team. And it was in, of course, it was in Conquest. But the enemy team eventually got so pissed off that they started kamikazing us. And not with helicopters, but with jets. So it was just this ridiculous game of kamikaze warfare and jets just crashing into any sort of land vehicle. And once they destroyed all of us, they eventually just started kamikazing regular infantry. And it was just absolutely ridiculous and over the top, but it was just fun. That's what I just miss about this game. It was just absolutely fun. I have no idea what was going on here. But this was a real good game. We ended up losing this game. Of course, you can already see on the scoreboard, 245. We were definitely going to lose this match. There was no turning this game around, but just having fun. That's all it eventually turned out to. Just having fun. This is actually the longest commentary I've ever done. Now, one of the things I kind of also want to talk about is my weapons guide videos that I have been making for IRONSIGHT. Now, the first one, of course, was like my very first attempt at a weapons guide, and by all means, I don't think I did a good job with any of my weapons guides, and I hope to improve in that. Definitely give me guys some feedback. Like, give me some feedback on the things that I've done wrong, what I've done right. Collecting data for it, I actually do those in custom games, so I do that on my own personal time. I can't actually look into the game files and find this out myself, and at least to my knowledge, I can't seem to find a website that does it, like actually post the data out. One of the things that I have recently found out when I actually was collecting data for the Scar H, the weapon that's going to be in my next weapons guide video, you actually take more damage the more times you get shot. Like, the lower your health, the gun is going to do more damage. So say, for example, when I said you take like 20 damage when you get shot by the weapon, the next bullet is actually going to do more damage. So that's definitely a thing that I'm going to end up mentioning in my next weapons guide video, which is going to be on the Scar H, if I think I already said that, but the next weapons guide is going to be on the Scar H. The weapon that I'm currently working on, because I actually already got the Scar H finished and all the footage already set, I'm just working on at least how I want to organize this weapons guide video, because I want to make it as best as I possibly can. Like the first weapons guide video didn't have enough data. The second, the one on the FAMAS, I feel like had all the data, but it was just too short, not enough commentary, because if you really look at as far as like when I started giving you guys the data, the video only lasted like 4 minutes. So if you just wanted some data on the weapon, the first 4 minutes already had that, and then the video could have just been over. So I feel like I really did waste you guys time just by saying, oh, I'm going to leave you with the rest of this footage. But I'll work on it as best as I possibly can. But this is just me chatting, rambling on. Of course we ended up losing this game, like I already knew what was going to happen, but let me know what you guys think. Thanks a lot for actually supporting this.